Hey guys, and welcome to today's video. Now, if you're anything like many of the people I've met in person, you're probably wondering why my channel is named Max256. The most common question I get is, so, why did you choose Max256? Your name isn't Max, so where did that come from? As well as the occasional person who asks if it has anything to do with Max Verstappen, which it doesn't. So today, I'm going to drop the channel lore behind my username, as well as the backstory of how my dog became Max256. Most of you viewing this won't remember, but when I briefly started my channel, I went by Big Tasty. This sounds kind of strange, but the reasoning was that my friend group at the time had said I was kind of goofy like the character from the TV show The Goldbergs. The character had a rap alias of Big Tasty, so I adopted that as my YouTube channel. And for a good while, that was the channel's name and my online alias. One day, I decided to open an incognito tab and look myself up on YouTube, just to see how easy it was to find me. And I realized that there are actually a ton of Big Tasties on YouTube. So I decided it was time for a change, something more unique, something more directly tied to me personally that likely nobody else would have. It took some time indeed, but I eventually decided to use my dog's name for the channel, Max256. But it doesn't stop there, because you're probably wondering, is your dog's name actually Max256? Because most people don't use numbers when naming their dog, so it may seem a little bit odd at first, but let me explain. When my family first got our dog, me and my brother went back and forth wanting different names. As little kids, we sometimes had silly ideas, but the main two name contestants that we had each become hell-bent on securing as the dog's name were Max and Pac-Man. Yeah, Pac-Man does sound a little odd. Now, in my great sales pitch to my parents, 5th grade me had told them to imagine playing in the yard and just shouting, "Here, Max! Here, boy! Attaboy, Maxie!" I told them it just sounded natural. It just made sense. My 4th grade brother, wanting to one-up my sales pitch, went to my parents and told them to imagine playing in the yard and shouting, "Here, Pac-Man! Here, boy! Attaboy, Packy!" Now, to my brother, this made complete sense. In one of the newer games, Pac-Man is sometimes called Packy as a sort of nickname, so naturally that would be the same if the dog were to be named Pac-Man. My dad, however, found one small problem with my brother's plan to name the dog Pac-Man. Our next-door neighbors just so happened to be from Pakistan, so shouting that canonical nickname outside could very easily have been taken the wrong way. But my dad, clever as can be, found a solution to keep both me and my brother happy about the dog's name. Obviously, the last name was non-negotiable, as he would just assume the family's last name, but the first and middle name were still up for grabs. So, my dad proposed the idea that the dog's first name can be Max, and his middle name can be 256, in reference to the infamous level 256 glitch on the original Pac-Man arcade game. I was happy about naming the dog Max, and my brother was happy about Pac-Man being referenced in his name somehow. And now, our dog has a pretty badass name, if you ask me. I decided to drop this interesting channel lore and Max's interesting name backstory today because as of the date of uploading, February 28th, it is Max's birthday. Well, not actually. He was Elite Puppy, born on the 29th, but there isn't a 29th this year, so we celebrated on the 28th. If you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed this silly little story behind my channel's username and my dog's origin story. As always, thanks again, and I will see you in a little bit.
That's it.